You tune in to the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. Go by AskTheIceman.com for information on how to subscribe to the Iceman Show. You can also get information on advertising on AskTheIceman.com and check out our business plan, marketing plan specials. You tune in to the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. You know, just when you thought black women could get no lower, or American women in general could get no lower, they come out with this new show called Prison Wives Club. They got, I guess they're trying to balance it out. They got two black women, which I guess I should have showed you a picture of them. Guess what? One of the black women, the one with the weave, her name is fittingly LaQuisha. And then the other one is some fake wannabe white girl, little black chick. She looks okay. She got a little ass on her. I guess I should have shown their pictures as well. But who gives a fuck? But the picture that's shown in the background here is of the white girl. It's a white girl, and then there's a chick that looks like she's some little chunky little Hispanic chick. She might be half white. I think she's half Hispanic, half Mexican. But it looks like they're filming this out in California. And you know, some of these cable channels will do anything to put forth programming that's low production and high revenue, and that's all these retarded reality shows are. They're cheap to produce, and they yield high returns and revenues and profits. And that's why a lot of these cable channels have gone to just showing nothing but reality shows. And I feel like Lifetime, I thought Lifetime had a little bit more respect. But for them to stoop this low and make a show called Prison Wives Club, I mean, come on, man. I mean, and the sad thing about it, the two of the most unattractive women on here, the fat little chunky Laquita chick and the look like the half Mexican half white chick, guess what? Their husbands, they met online. Okay? They met online, but that's not the half of it. They met online and they married them while they've been incarcerated. And almost all of them, with the exception of this chick that they're showing right here, I don't know, I think she might be mixed, but I think she's just a white girl that wear a lot of makeup. I think her husband's a dope boy. But all the rest of them, the other three, their husbands are either in prison for murdering somebody, first or second degree murder, or aggravated assault, which means they probably shot at somebody or stabbed somebody and didn't kill them. The black chick, the half Hispanic chick, her husband's in prison the longest. Her husband's in prison for 27 years, I think. No, he got 60 years. Her husband got 60 years. And the fat black chick, her husband has been in prison for He's in prison for 20 years, 27. Wait a minute. No, he's in prison for life. Yeah, her man in prison for life. Can you believe this shit? These women, see, this is what tell you, and what's so funny about it, these bitches are trying to come off like they some kind of, like they got so many choices in men, yet these, and I'm just mainly talking about the Hispanic, half Hispanic chick, and the black, and the dark-skinned ghetto chick, LaQuisha. You know, these women have no respect for themselves. I wouldn't even show my face on TV, and I'm tied to some motherfucker in prison. There's no way in hell I would show my face. And yet these bitches have the nerve to have they stinking asses on TV being and just embarrassing themselves. It's sad. It's sad that these motherfuckers ain't got no respect for themselves. They will come on national worldwide television and embarrass themselves like that. But then again, you know, most of these women have no respect for themselves. And I'm sitting there thinking, you gonna marry? You see, this is why I keep a lot of well, the videos that I put in the paid subscriber section. I do videos all the time about women, how American women say one thing and date and marry another. They'll go out here and talk all this shit about how they a player and how they pimping all these dudes, but yet the guys they date are either ugly as hell or they in prison or been in prison. It's just like there's another Jeremy Meeks out here. There's another light-skinned black guy that's on the internet that got beat the shit out of somebody at a Halloween party, ended up in jail, and you got all these black women on Twitter talking about when you get out of jail, holla at me. And now, obviously, some of these women might just be talking shit. But still, to even, you know, to even say anything, to put forth the effort to tell somebody that you would even make a comment about a prison nigga is just ridiculous as hell, and it makes you look retarded. That you would even say anything or say anything, make a comment about a guy that's in jail or on his way to prison. Now this Jeremy Meeks guy, this biracial dude that they was oohing and ahhing about a few months ago, he's still in jail. His little modeling contracts failed, or his agent being represented by modeling agency agents. They have cut him off. They voided their contract because he's in prison on an old case. He caught a case, and I guess he must have skipped out on bail or something. So when they caught him for doing whatever it is they caught him a few months ago, what they ended up doing was keeping it, or finding out about that case and voiding his bail. I said, man, these niggas, boy, I swear to God, it's niggas out here that just don't give a fuck about their freedom. just happy to go to jail, proud to go to prison. That's just some crazy ass shit right there. Okay? Just retarded. Just fucking retarded. But then you got these other guys. You got these other guys. The guys that don't make it, whose mugshots don't make it to the internet, that women are out here oohing and ahhing for and saving their pussy for when these niggas get out of prison. So as you can see, brothers, these American women don't want no good men. Okay? They don't want good men. What they want is loser men that they can try to make into good men like us. Okay? And what they want to do is sit there and waste their whole adult lives trying to change these men. When it's obvious these men ain't worth a shit and they ain't worth them fucking around with. But you can't tell them that. But then when they get 40 and 50 and the pussy all stretched out and the titties are sagging and hitting their kneecaps, then all of a sudden they want a good man. All of a sudden they want to get in church and find a good man. All of a sudden, to you and I, they're a fucking catch. Okay? It's easy to be cute when you're 28 and 30 years old, but once you get older than that, you know, bitch, you on borrowed time. Okay? So, I thought that was interesting that they made a club. I mean, they made a show out of niggas going to prison and their wives sitting around waiting on them, and then women are meeting these guys online and marrying them in Skype marriage arrangements. I don't know how they're marrying these guys, but apparently you can get married via Skype now. So, and in prison. So I don't even know why there's even a reason for somebody to get married and they locked up for 27 years. I don't get it. Because you can't get no conjugal visits. You can't get no conjugal visits unless you are in federal prison, and they're only for certain inmates that can get those conjugal visits. But it's funny how somebody else's pain is great material for a TV show. And I think it's fucking sad, man. I think it's sad, and I think television has reached a new low when they have to sit up here and make shows about somebody going to prison. Now, granted, the white girl, I think her husband is either a Hispanic guy or white. I think he's either white or Hispanic. He looked like he's Hispanic. That's what he looks like to me. I forgot to say that not all of them are with black men. Only the other 3 are with black men. She's with a Hispanic or a white dude. So I thought that was interesting. What I wanted to, I kind of lost track of time because there's something I'm working on today. There's a few things I had to get done today because I got some stuff I got to do this week that's very important. But one thing I was thinking about earlier is I forgot that tomorrow is an election day. And I was thinking about this hustle that the Democrats are running, and the Republicans are running, where they're sitting here saying, "Oh well, uh, we think that the Republicans are gonna, they're gonna sweep the House, and they're gonna take control of Congress, and all of this stuff." And I start saying them, I start thinking, every year they talk the same shit. Every year they talk the same old shit. There's your boy, Jeremy Meeks. Every year they talk the same shit. And I was just thinking to myself, I mean, there's a hotly contested race down here in Georgia. And they're talking about how close the race is. I'm not going to totally go in on voting. I choose to not vote for personal reasons. But those of you who vote, let me just say this. While I support your right to vote and my right to vote, what I want to extend to you is I want you to hold these politicians you vote for accountable. Okay? So while it's great that you're able to vote and I'm able to vote if we want to, and you're exercising your right to vote, which I support. I support you in doing so. What I also support is that you hold those politicians that you vote for, even the ones we don't vote for. We hold those politicians accountable. See, it's not enough for us to vote. It's not enough for us to just sit up here and vote. What's important is that we hold these politicians accountable regardless of who's in that seat. Whether they're Republican or Democrat or independent, we need to hold these politicians accountable. And that's something that we don't usually do. Oh, we'll sit back and complain and bitch, but we still won't hold them accountable. We need to hold these politicians accountable regardless of party. Okay? They owe us that. No matter what level the person's on, whether it's federal, state, county, or municipal, we need to hold them accountable. Hell, your PTA president, you need to hold her ass accountable. A Girl Scout troop leader, you need to hold her ass accountable. I'm just going to say this because apparently the Iceman brings out the haters. Look here. If you have the time to sit up here on your dead ass and come by my videos and complain, that, you know what that says? You know what that says? That says to me that you're jealous and that you're a hater. And it's so much easier for you to just walk away and not say a damn thing than it is for you to take the time to type up a whole paragraph talking about how you feel I'm full of shit and that I'm beside myself and that the Iceman doesn't take the time to do his research and I'm just bloviating and pontificating and blowing smoke out my ass. Only a hater would say that. You know why only a hater would say that? Because anybody that fully listens to my videos from start to finish will hear evidentiary research, information that I have researched either in a book, Google Scholar, or some other search engine that will give me the information I'm looking for. And if I can't verify that information, I don't put it on my show. So it's obvious that you're such a weak individual. You're mad because only 3 people have listened to all 5 of your videos that you've had posted for the last 10 years. So you're mad because people are coming to my channel and not yours. And let me just say this here. Your money is no good here. I don't even want you for a paid subscriber. And I'm talking to the haters. I'm not talking to everybody else. I'm just talking to the idiot haters. Your money's no good here, dude. Remember, I'm not doing the Iceman show to make money. I'm doing the Iceman show to educate. And you're just mad that you don't know how to take information and turn it into edutainment the way the Iceman does. And you're just pissed off. I mean, you want to sit up here and say, oh, your show ain't shit. Oh, you messed up on a couple words and all this type of shit. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, so you're perfect and all your videos are you know, like Hollywood standard type shit. If they were, you would have more than 10 views on a video that you posted 3 years ago. Don't hate, dude. Don't hate. It's sad that you have that much time to sit around and hate. You see, again, people, you have to understand something. These young punk ass, little mean-spirited, little hateful, little dumb niggas that come by my videos that say I talk down to people. These are the guys that can't handle the truth. These are the guys that can't handle being told that things are better than the way they think they are out here on these streets. Because just like this one guy sent me an email, said, hey Ice, why you always talking about doom and gloom all the time? I said, I don't talk about doom and gloom all the time. I said, the problem is you guys grew up without your fathers, and you grew up in this rose-colored glasses society where you think we're in a post-racial society, and then, you know, Michael Brown gets shot in the street. You think you're living in a post-racial society, and Trayvon Martin gets shot in the street. You think you're living in a post-racial society because Barack Obama is your president, and then Jordan Davis gets shot at a gas station because he was playing his music too loud, according to some white man. Okay? Now, thank God last week that a jury sent Michael Dunn's no good ass to prison for the rest of his life without parole. By time the state of Florida got it right. I mean, that son of a bitch wasn't going to get out of jail anyway because he got 60 years for attempted murder. And he's already, what, in his late 40s or early 50s already? You give him 60 years, he's going to die in prison. But I'm glad they put the icing on the cake and the cherry on top with making sure his no good ass knows he ain't getting out. He can't just do 25 years and get out. No, he got to do a L with no parole. But again, black men and some of you black women want to sit up here and complain about the Iceman. And again, you have no complaints about the white man kicking you in the ass every day. You have no complaints about the white man selling you a bag of rattlesnakes. But yet you sitting up here accusing me of selling you a bag of rattlesnakes. The white man will walk right up to your sorry ass and tell you to stick your hand in that bag of rattlesnakes, and not only will you say, yeah, I'll do it, Mr. White Man, but you'll pay the white man to put your hand in that bag full of rattlesnakes. So that makes you even more of a goddamn fool. Because you're willing to pay the white man to do it. I mean, think about it. I said this in the last video I posted. The white man, the McDonald's has been selling lousy food for the past 20-something years. Burger King's been doing it. Taco Bell's been doing it. Pizza Hut has been selling disgusting toilet pizza, as well as Domino's and Little Caesars. I won't even walk past a Little Caesars. Whenever I drive or walk past a Little Caesars, it smells like pure chemicals. It smells like chemicals coming out of that fucking place. I remember in my MBA program, there was some dude in there that had him and his brother had just bought 2 or 3 Little Caesars franchises. Everybody was looking at him like, ugh, you bought that shit? Ugh. Let me tell you something, man. The only people I see going to Little Caesars is poor people, ghetto people, and illegal aliens going in there. I don't see nobody that could speak English going in Little Caesars other than poor ass people. That pizza looks disgusting. I remember one time I went to some type of job function, and they had a caterer bring Little Caesars pizzas in there. And I swear to God, that pizza was fresh, and it looked disgusting. Now I went ahead and ate a slice, and it wasn't that bad. But if I was gonna give it a letter grade, it was about a D+. It was not tasty at all, and they had just brought that pizza in there. I think the only thing I've ever purchased from Little Caesars, with my money, has only been their breadsticks, and I don't eat that shit no more because it's disgusting. But the white man can sell you frozen chicken tenders. He could sell you nasty ass Taco Bell food. He could sell your ass nasty ass McDonald's food. He can give you lousy ass service, kick you in the ass, and call you a nigger, and you'll still come back in there and won't even complain. Not to his face anyway. Oh, you'll get amongst yourselves and sit on a porch and, Mr. Peckerwood, Mr. Wood, you know, I don't like how he treated me the last time I went into McDonald's, but I'm going to take my dumb black country slave ass back in there next time. I ain't going to stay away. I'm going to come right back. But maybe the next time, Massa will treat me a little bit better. Or either that, or I just smoke weed. Man, this is some good shit, man. It's the Bombay dog. That's you. That's you, nigga. The white man can sell you a bag of rattlesnakes, and it's okay, because it's the white man. I try to educate your ass, and you want to sit up here and be jealous and hate and talk shit and act the fool. And contrary to what the haters think, I have a good number of subscribers to this show. Because unlike you, they're being educated. And the ones who only want to subscribe for a month or two or whatever, and they just being fake and phony, that's okay. The guys that have stuck with me as long as I've been doing the subscriber thing, they know they're getting quality information. And they know you would rather spend your money on Match.com or go buy some Jordans or waste your money buying videos, being a video villain. They know you would rather do that. So it's no big deal. Your money's no good here, dude. You could take your $29.99 somewhere else, because you're going to go somewhere else and give them all your money anyway. So your money's no good here. And I forgot, we are coming up on another holiday season. And some of you sorry niggas are going to do just like you did the last year. You're going to sit up here, listen to my videos, hide in plain sight, and you're going to go right over there to the mall. You're going to go right over to Walmart on Black Friday or before or after, and you're going to waste, thousands of dollars making some white asshole that's sitting somewhere rich. It's funny how you niggas will sit here and complain about brothers like me who are trying to educate you and put you up on game, but then you'll turn around and help some white asshole, some fat asshole buy another 300-foot yacht. Okay? You'll have another asshole who's sitting up here saying, hey, let's see what these dumb niggas are going to buy us this Christmas season. And, because all of these scums work in concert, the oil people, oil futures people, the federal government economics people, and the Federal Reserve, all these folks work together to scam us. And when they did their forecasting, what they did is they looked at this past year of spending. And, I watch CNBC every week. Not every day, but every week. And apparently, the retail spending has been down this year lower than it usually is. And so what they forecasted is that they're going to have to find some way in order to shift the spending so that by the time the Christmas season comes around, they'll get their trillions like they usually do. So one trick that they use every year is that they lower gas prices after Labor Day. And if those of you who have been paying attention, you know what I'm talking about. As soon as Labor Day was over, gas dropped about 5 cents here in Atlanta. You go fast forward another month, and the gas drops another 10 cents. Next thing you know, and like, see, last year, gas went down to about $2.90 something. It didn't go that low. It didn't go lower than that. Okay? And what did they do? They said, oh, this Christmas season spending was down lower than it was. It's down and it's lower than it was last year. Every year they say the spending was lower, but they still find some way to make a shitload of profits. Y'all notice that? See, you got to understand the scum that you're dealing with, and then they hire these scums that are on CNBC and Fox Business News and all these other stations. They hire these college-educated so-called experts to get up there and deliver all the lies to you. Okay? You don't have to go to Harvard and study finance. You don't have to go to Yale. You don't have to go to Howard University School of Business to know that you're being scammed. That's just the bullshit they tell you, the qualifications you need to sit up there on CNBC and tell lies for the titans of industry. But it's all a fucking sham. And they tell these lies every year. They tell these lies every goddamn year. And they're dropping the gas even lower this year because of the forecast. The forecast doesn't look very good. The forecast doesn't look as good as when they forecasted earlier in the year. They say, hey, we're gonna have to lower the gas prices even more this year. I mean, if they could get away with it, they'll lower gas prices down to below where it was before 9/11. If they feel it will supercharge the economy. You have to understand something. Our economy is not based on any collateral. You have to understand that. So if your economy is grows and shrinks according to how much the American people spend, then there's really no safety net to our economy, and our economy is subject to recessions and depressions. See, this is what you're not going to learn in economics class. I didn't learn any of this stuff in the undergraduate and graduate economics classes that I took. And all these bullshit theories and political theories that I learned, and all of these economics classes and political science classes, none of this shit tells the real story. Because our economy is a sham anyway. It's a sham. The whole world international economy is a goddamn sham. But that's so far above you guys' pay grade that you don't understand it. You would never understand it anyway. That's why you only listen to videos like this, maybe 2 minutes, and you tune out because you can't understand it because you don't hear no funny shit. You don't hear no comedy. And then when you do, here you come bring your ass talking about good video, dog. Now, I don't need your compliments, nigga. I don't need your compliments on my videos. I'm not making my videos for your silly, ignorant ass. And like I said, most of these guys are ex-prison dudes and jailbird guys are in and out of county jail anyway. So a lot of these guys are angry that their newfound pro-blackness that they've finally found in jail or prison is not working for them and getting people to look at their videos. You have to understand something. A lot of these people that are on social media or on Facebook or YouTube in particular, they're not on here for the right reasons. They're on here to get notoriety. See, while they like to get pats on the back and say, yeah, that was a good video, dog, that makes their dicks hard. That makes their pussies wet. So when they hear that type, they hear, they're just on here for compliments. Whereas you got brothers and sisters like me that's actually trying to teach you something and get us to work together as a goddamn group. And all these niggas want is attention whoring. All they want to do is be an attention whore and get some attention and get some notoriety that they can't get at home because they are living in the attic of their grandmama. So this Christmas season, you video villains and all you other silly niggas, when you get ready to go blow all your money at Walmart and Sam's Club and Costco buying all them worthless goddamn gifts for your worthless ass fucking families, I want you to think about this for a second. Do you really have to go and buy family members gifts in order for them to have something to do with you? See, I figured this shit out when I got married. I saw how my ex would run around and break her fucking neck trying to buy shit for her family for Christmas. And I say to myself, and one time I said to her, I said, are you buying those gifts trying to buy love and attention from your family? Or are you actually buying these gifts just to be a good family member? And the bitch got mad. She got mad because I told the truth. She couldn't answer that question. I said, I don't buy my family shit. I'm not buying nobody anything. I don't buy my kids Christmas stuff. My daughter asked me last year, said, so Dad, are you gonna celebrate Christmas? I was like, no. You know I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate homosexual holidays. That shut her ass up. Okay? None of you niggas even know what Roman holiday that Christmas was created from. You have no idea. That's why you get mad when I make these kind of videos, because when I do tell you the truth about something, you get mad because I done woke your ass up and now you can't sit up here and be, have your bullshit in plain sight and not feel guilty about it. See, when you start calling black people out and accusing black people of being full of shit and phony and pro-black, they get mad. They get mad and now they want to go hide somewhere because they feel guilty. And that's why these people make complaints about my videos. These are the guys that take the time out of their busy schedule. Well, actually, they're not busy. I'm just, fucking with you. You really ain't busy because you ain't got no fucking job. But that's why these guys get so angry when I talk about niggas living feloniously and niggas going to jail. Niggas getting mad because, they got this post-racial society bullshit ass mentality. And I'll give you an example. I go over here to Super Target by my house and got all these little young brothers in there working. And these little sellout niggas, they'll sit up here and speak to the white woman in front of you, but then when I walk up, they don't have nothing to say. And sometimes I'll fuck with them guys. I'll say, hey brother, what you can't see me, man? Excuse me, sir? I said, oh, you can't see me, man? I said, you speak to that white man, you spoke to, you was cheesing all in that white woman's face. You ain't got nothing to say to your brother? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I said, some of them brothers, the ones that don't get an attitude, I say to him, hey man, let me say something to you, young brother. You know, let me educate you. You know, you need to speak to everybody that comes in here, not just white people. I said, you trying to be slick with your little bullshit. See, let me explain what the problem is with a lot of these young brothers and sisters that work cashier at a lot of these retail outlets. See, they really don't like black men. But they really don't like black people, period. And these are the little sellout niggas that's wearing skinny jeans and, they try to act white. They got that nappy ass hair, but then they trying to wear skinny jeans and hang around with nothing but white boys. I see they little fake asses around Atlanta, but they ain't just in Atlanta, but they look more look more like a sellout here because things are so segregated here. And so when I run across these little skinny jean wearing little wannabe white little niggas, I say to myself, look at this little sorry nigga. He hate the sight of a black man. A black man that walks upright and don't act like a sellout and act like a goddamn boogaloo trying to crawl up these white folks' asses. I could tell he had a problem with that. And one little shred of information I want to leave with you. This whole thing about racism and white supremacy in America, it really ain't about skin color. It really ain't. It really ain't about skin color, and it really ain't about all black people look like monkeys and all this kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. White folks look more like monkeys and apes than we do. Okay? Especially with the Super Mario Brothers hair all on their back and chest and all that old shit. Okay? So the white man is full of shit. When you get idiot, ignorant ass white dudes that start trying to talk about physical appearance, would try to do that type of shit, what they trying to do is bust down your confidence as a black man. The first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna stare at you and try to make you uncomfortable and break you that way. If that don't work, then they want to come over there and start saying little nasty shit about your appearance. Oh, look at you! You look like you got shoe polish all over you. You fucking black monkey. They'll start saying dumb shit like this. You need to resist the urge to let them take you down with that type of shit. You have to understand something. The white man knows he isn't very smart. Okay? He hasn't created anything. All he's done is stolen all your intelligence. He's stolen all your technologies like aerospace and by the way, Africans invented balloon flight. Okay, which is what they use. Also, the technology they use for the blimp. That technology came from Africa. Okay, you don't believe me? Look at the hieroglyphics in them caves, in them Mayan and Olmec temples in Central America and Mexico, as well as helicopter aerospace technology, medicine, political theory. They got all. We taught the Greeks, and then the Greeks taught everybody else. So when I see black men and women walk around here ignorant and don't care about shit and want to appear on Prison Wives Club shows and love and hip hop, Atlanta and Hollywood, New York, when I see our people stooping that low to get a couple of dollars, to get some crumbs off the white man's table while they sell their dignity, While black people are doing that type of shit and watching that kind of shit, the white man's laughing all the way to the bank. Because what it really comes down to, it ain't about somebody looking like a monkey. It ain't about trying to put somebody down that's dark skinned, darker than they are. Because let me tell you something. The darker the person is, the more original, the original human being they happen to be from. So I have nothing but respect for dark skinned black people. I just don't like how some of them act. And I definitely don't appreciate being hustled by Africans from Africa. Anyway, what the white man is about, it ain't even about racism, people. You know what it's about? It's about how can I make black men, and as many black men and women, socially, politically, and economically incapacitated. Therefore, I don't have to compete with them for the same social, economic, and political resources. That's what the white man is about. That's what racism and white supremacy is about. It's about locking up as many black men and women in prison because it's like this. The first thing they're gonna try to do is get you fucked up with a poor family structure. We'll take the black man out the home. We won't give him no jobs, and if he doesn't figure out that he needs to build his own businesses and feed his family that way, then we're definitely not going to give him a job. So then we're going to give black women a job so she can tell the black man he ain't shit, and we're going to, give her some crumbs. That's the first way they play the process of elimination. Then they send our kids to substandard schools. Because, there's one thing that Malcolm X said. He said any black person that sends their children to schools taught by their enemies is a damn fool. Don't send your children to K through 12 public school and get mad when they graduate and can't read and can't do algebra. Okay? I was one of those kids that they basically just passed through until I got out of the black high school and went to a white high school. Actually, junior high as well. Okay? I should not have made it out of the ghetto. And when I do talk about having 2 master's degrees, I talk about it as a source of pride, and also I'm trying to convey to you all that you can do what I did and do much better. I want to be able to do this show 3 or 4 more years and have a brother or sister email me and say, hey, Ice, because you inspired me, I went and got my PhD. I didn't want to say nothing while I was listening to your show a few years back, but I wanted to surprise you. I got my PhD. I have had a couple guys tell me they got their master's degrees. I'm not saying I'm taking any credit for it, but those guys were nice enough to come back and say, hey, Ice, man, you inspired me to get my graduate degree. You have to understand something. The question you need to be asking is who inspired the Iceman to go get that MBA and to then go get that master's in social work? That's the questions you need to be asking. Well, who inspired you? You know who inspired me? Bill Cosby. When I looked at the Ebony magazine and I saw Bill Cosby's family on there in 1977, my mom and dad bought that Ebony magazine. And I looked on there and it said Dr. William Cosby. I was like, wait a minute, Bill Cosby is a comedian. He's got a doctorate in education? He don't need that. But then when I read the article, I probably, I was still a young blood, but I was ahead of my time. I read the article and I said, wow, he made some really good points. He said, I wanted to go all the way with my education because I always wanted to be educated. and I want it to be an inspiration to my kids. That's why I got an MBA and a master's in social work. Not because I think I'm better than you. I'm doing it because I bet most of you are smarter than I am. And what I'm trying to convey to you is that hopefully I can inspire you to do what you need to do. Now, I'm not telling you that you should go to college, because college may not be for you. But maybe you can go to a certification program and learn how to be an HVAC technician or something like that. Or you can go to a nurse's program, learn how to be a nurse's aide, and then while you're working and making that money, you can go to school at night and get your RN degree. Or get your bachelor's degree in some kind of science or tech stuff, and then try to go to take the MCAT and go to med school. These are the things that you should be able to do if you're willing to do them. College is not about being smart. College is about perseverance. Okay? And you're gonna and can you apply your smarts in with that perseverance to make it to graduation? That's what it's about, brothers and sisters. But what the white man wants to do, he wants to make as many black people incapacitated so he does not have to compete with you over resources. If he can't get you with a busted dysfunctional black family, he's going to try to get you with a poor K through 12 education. If you make it through that, he's going to try to, entice you to, sell drugs. If he can't entice you to sell drugs, then he's going to try to get you with pussy. He get you with that HIV and herpes, with all of which has come from the CDC. And if he can't get you with that HIV and AIDS and prison and a poor K through 12 education, he's going to try to get you with that criminal shit. Get rich or die trying. Well, 99% of y'all are going to die trying, and you're still going to be broke. Okay? You think you're going to be the next 50 Cent. Highly unlikely. Okay? Highly unlikely. But you're going to do it. You're going to try anyway, right? You're going to try to make it work anyway. So, I don't get on that level with white folks where we're talking about physical attributes and all, niggers are dumb, niggers look like monkeys. I don't get on that level with white folks no more. What I throw at them is, what I tell them? I say, you know what? While you're sitting up here talking that kind of shit, let me just say this to you. You just don't want to walk in to a job interview and see my black ass sitting there waiting to interview for the same job. You don't want to walk into the bank and I'm sitting there before you. I've already talked to the bank manager, and there's a chance you might not get that bank loan. Okay? That's what the white man is about. He does not want you to enjoy going on vacation, living in $1 million house, living in an exclusive neighborhood. He does not want to compete with you for those resources like money, loans, real estate, getting into an Ivy League school. He doesn't want to have to compete with you for those types of resources. So that's why he is happy and tickled pink when he sees you in the ghetto laying in the street with blood running out your ears and out your mouth and all that. They love that shit. That's what they want to see. And you should be man and woman enough not to give it to them. You tuned in to the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. Holler at your boy.